the treaty?
Well, I've said this for a long time, that I think it's very unfortunate that the United States government never seemed to understand that the Ottawa process was different. They wanted to conduct diplomacy the way they've done it forever. You know, the typical, you go in and you wrest concessions from your enemies. I mean, when in negotiating, you know, the other guy's the enemy and you got to get stuff, right? That's not what this process was about. This was about like-minded governments working with civil society, as represented by my campaign, to bring about very quick change to address a humanitarian crisis on a global scale. When those governments came together to negotiate the treaty, they didn't come to wrest concessions from each other. They came together to make a treaty that bans this weapon, to set up a new international norm. And then the 6,000-pound gorilla of the United States strolls in the last couple of days and says, you know, I want this, I want that. And the rest of the world said, no, sorry, it's not going to work that way this time. I think it's a wake-up call for the U.S. that things can be done differently in the post-Cold War world. People like Princess Di, like Archbishop Tutu, who also was a very strong spokesperson for this effort, obviously raised the profile in a different way. She was, you know, a media celebrity. If she takes up an issue, she goes, she gave a face to the victims, you know, of this weapon. She made landmine survivors, you know, known in the world. She helped people understand that it's not just some abstract idea, that this campaign wasn't just, you know, bumbling about trying to ban this weapon because we thought it was a great thing to do. She helped people see the impact on the poor and the defenseless of the world, and that's a very valuable contribution.
What in particular is wrong with landmines as a weapon of war?
Well, they're indiscriminate. Under the laws of war, a weapon is supposed to be able to discriminate between civilians and soldiers. Okay? And most weapons are fired by a human being, so the human being can discriminate between the combatant and the civilian. The landmine, you plant it in the ground, you walk away, it doesn't know whether, you know, you're a soldier or you're a 3-year-old child out trying to play in your front yard. And they can kill you for generations. That's, under international law, that's illegal.